Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. What a day, okay? Friday was another day, kind of leading into Inauguration Day and stuff like that. But while I'm trying to get my head around Monday and start heading towards next week, it's Sunday, okay? Take tomorrow off, right? But what we need to realize is Intel is one of those stocks that has been down 60% in the middle of 60% in the middle of 2024, and I wanted to invest in this company back when we hit this big dip, because I did believe to see a big upside. Okay, I was looking at Nvidia at the time. Nvidia was low too, so around August, if you guys were on my channel, right, you guys know I get straight to business. I was like, Nvidia's low, I'm gonna keep buying Nvidia. Okay, I saw Intel fell, so I was like, okay, I might buy Intel as well. I'm so glad I didn't, because this play went up a little bit. You know, we see 26, 25, but just falls off. I can see 30, I can see 28 come through sooner or later, but I don't see that happening. I don't see this company rebounding as much. Now, let me tell you why, okay? First things first, what is the intrinsic value for the stock per share for Intel? Okay, I'm an investor. I'm not a gambler. I like to invest. I like to make money with smart decisions. Intrinsic value basically means if a stock has an intrinsic value per share of 36.02 and is currently trading at 21.42, okay, this means the fair value of the stock is $36. So I believe the stock can go to $30 easy, right? That's the fair value for the stock, and I believe it's totally fair. $30 for the Intel stock. You know, they don't have a nice CEO, blah blah blah. $30 at least, okay? And it's at 18, it's at 18.5, buy it, right? But according to financials, the stock is currently a buy. I mean, yeah, if the stock is down to 21, down to 20, down to 18, you want to buy it, kind of hold it to like that 28 to 30 and sell it there. But this still doesn't mean there isn't a risk. And I always tell you guys, don't buy into a company just for you to sell and try to make quick profits, right? If you want to do that, you can swing trade, day trade Intel. That's a whole different other story. But if you're looking to long-term invest, something like Nvidia, something like an index fund, right? You don't do that with Intel as of right now. I mean, weekly, yeah, we like the big bump from 19 to 21, 11% up on your money. That's a good gain, right? But if you look at this stock overall, Intel had the worst day on Wall Street in 50 years. Okay, that's 5 decades. 50 years is not a time frame you can play around with. 50 years is a long time, okay? This is all factual. Nothing is fake, okay? Intel had the worst day on Wall Street in 50 years as it fell on the lowest price in the decade. Okay, lowest price has been in 10 years on August 7th. Now, if we look at this graph on CashApp, right, we go all the way to August 7th. What was the stock on August 7th? 18.99. Okay, if 18.99 was the lowest, and this week it fell all the way to 18.83, what does that tell you? This stock is, it keeps going lower and lower. What is next? Are we going to see 17 next? From there, it becomes really hard to give this stock a bump all the way up to 44, because you really need a lot of buying power, okay? So it's very risky, because this can drop to 17, 15, and then when it gets to 15, 10, 8, and then when it gets in the single digits, you're going to see a lot of selling, a lot of people just panicking and stuff like that. So know your time frames, okay? I like to hold stocks for 2 to 3 years max. So at the current position I'm in right now, if I didn't own a position in the stock like GameStop, I would probably purchase Intel to try to get a squeeze up to $28 to $29, right? Get my money up there and just sell and take that quick profit. But I'm looking for investment for 2 to 3 years. So not even till the end of 2025. I want to see the end of 2027. Somewhere like in the middle of 2027 is where I want to sell. Right, and I want to make some good money with a company that's stable. Intel is not stable right now, okay? Also, I would like to sell and take profit if I see an opportunity. I always say, invest in a business as it's your business, okay? Don't invest to just take profit, but if you're willing to take profit, be smart about it, okay? You could day trade, swing trade if you're a short, quick profit investor. It was up 9% on Friday, okay? You cannot go wrong with this on Friday. We start at 20, right? We start at 21, we dip down to 21, and then we finish off at 21.5, right? But if you would have bought a week before and you would have swing traded this, this from Thursday to Friday, that's about one day where you're seeing your money grow over 8 to 7%. Okay, so keep that in mind. You can still swing trade or day trade the stock. It's perfect for that, right? But if you want to be an investor where you want to hold stock for 2 to 3 years, this is not the one. Okay, it depends on your risk level. If you're looking to just be like, I don't care if I lose $1,000. I literally do not care. Throw it in the stock, okay? See what it does. But I would compare this stock to something like Nokia. I mean, look at this, right? $3. It maintains it for so long. Even though you get small squeezes up, what about the people who invested in Nvidia all the way up here, like 20 or like up here at $6, right? They probably haven't seen $6 in a while. Okay, this is what you guys have to realize. $6, you don't see Nokia all the way up at $6. Mostly goes up to its 4, comes back down, right? Yearly sub of people who have invested for 2 to 3 years, 5 years, they've probably been down. Okay, let's go all the way back to even 2022, right? This stock has seen 4.5. Last time it's seen $6 was like 2017, 2016 even, right? So that should tell you a lot about Intel. Are we going to see $18 on Intel, or is it going to dip lower? I think it's going to dip lower, okay? But a few things to know if you're a midterm to long-term investor. The company has struggled with management, okay? That's one of the key things to keep a business running, is having good management, knowing where the money is going, know who is in charge of big-time contracts, okay? Can't seem to keep up with competitors. This is another downside, okay? You see Nvidia, a stock like Nvidia, run up over 100% in a year, right? But what causes that? Look at their CEO. I want you guys to realize that Jensen, the CEO of Nvidia, has so much power in this stock. Because I'm saying this with all honesty, okay? When you see Jensen make a live event and talk about certain products, talk about how it's going to change the semiconductor industry, the stock runs up to 153. We're currently at 137. All it takes for him to show the GPUs, the CPUs, the game, how it's going to dominate the gaming industry, but also dominate the AI industry, and the stock ran up in the matter of days. We were at 133 December 30. In the matter of a week, we go all the way up to 153. So the CEO knows what he's doing, and he wants to have this aggressive investment strategy for Nvidia, right? But he's making it happen. He's staying up to date. He's showing the people why Nvidia is a quality stock. Intel, they changed their CEO, but his strategy didn't work out as well. You see AMD and Nvidia kind of edge Intel out with the AI stuff, and that's a big gap that you can't just fill up quick, okay? Pat, the CEO has been changed, and they have yet to announce a new CEO. So, the earnings are January 30th, I believe. So, in order to really make a precise decision, you need to make it either now or before the 25th. Because let's say they announce their CEO, the earnings come out, Intel is gonna either drop or bump up higher, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, this is a screenshot from the web. Intel announced that Pat retired as CEO on December 2, 2024, and his retirement came from after less than 4 years in the role, okay? You need a CEO to take control of the company, right? And you need him to imply his decisions at least 4 to 6 years. 4 to 6 years, it takes that for a change. If you really have a good plan, you can make a change between 6 months to a year. But what Pat did was, guys, he invested heavily in the company, and he was moving a lot of money around. I'm talking billions of dollars that was being moved around because he thought Intel was behind in the AI scene, which was true, right? But however, it didn't work out. The stock fell 60%, and you got Nvidia, AMD just running up. However, AMD will rebound better than Intel, right? So, as I say, he had an aggressive investing plan for the company, which included spending a lot of money trying to, quote-unquote, catch up with its competitors. This ended up with the stock falling 60% in the middle of 2024. So, if you see a stock like Nvidia, right, up 150% this past year, and you see a stock like Intel really struggling, really trying to keep up with its competitors, but it just cannot keep up. What does that tell you about the stock? It tells you Intel They literally do not have the right game plan. They do not have the right management in order to keep up with their other competitors like in AMD. Sorry, I'm trying to look up AMD. I believe, yeah. So if we look at AMD, right, you'll see AMD, or like, let's even take AMC as an example. Okay, this is stock, totally different stock. Okay, short term. Okay, it's not a heavy technology stock, and you see this stock go up, come back down, go up, come back down. If you look at AMD right now, or if you look at Nvidia right now, these are the levels you want to buy at. Okay, but if you look at a stock like Intel, guys, you do not want to buy when the stock is literally falling off of it's falling off of a cliff. Okay, that's number one thing I will say. 18.99 would be the biggest drop in 2024, but we've seen 18.83. So if you guys really want to invest in Intel, make sure you have your risk management planned out. Make sure you are either day trading or swing trading the stock, or you're really key on your levels. You don't want to get stuck at 18.98 average cost per share. In 2 years, the stock is down at $7. Okay, so you do not want to do that, number one thing. And then I would always say, if you can't beat them, join them. If you can't beat Nvidia, just join Nvidia. You know. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. I really hope this shows you guys certain levels and certain reasons why you need to be able to avoid certain investments or make certain investments. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.